From the dusty plains of Poteet, Texas, to becoming the undisputed king of country music, George Strait's story is one of authenticity, perseverance, and staying true to your roots. With more number one hits than any other artist in history, George never chased trends, he set them. Tonight we're taking a ride through the moments and the songs that define a legend.
Amarillo by morning, up from San Antone. Everything that I got is just what I got. When the sun is high in that Texas sky, I'll be bucking at the county fair. Amarillo by morning, Amarillo, I'll be there. They took my saddle in Houston, broke my leg in Santa Fe, lost my wife and a girlfriend somewhere along the way. I'll be looking for it when they pull that gate, and I hope that judge ain't blind. Amarillo by morning, Amarillo's on my mind. Amarillo by morning, up from San Antone. Everything that I got is just what I got. I ain't got a dime, but what I got is mine. I ain't rich, Lord, I'm free. Amarillo by morning, Amarillo's where I'll be. Amarillo by morning, Amarillo's where I'll be. Amarillo by morning, Amarillo's where I'll be.
George grew up understanding the cowboy way, hard work, long days, and the rodeo circuit. Before he ever stepped on a stage, he was riding broncs and bulls, living the life he would later sing about. That authenticity became his trademark. When George sang about cowboys in Texas, you believed every word because he'd lived it. That rodeo spirit, getting thrown off and getting right back on, would serve him well in the music business. Breaking into country music wasn't easy, even for someone with George's talent. In the late 70s, Nashville was chasing the urban cowboy sound and pop country crossovers. George got turned down by every major label. They said his traditional sound was too old-fashioned, that nobody wanted to hear real country anymore. But George knew who he was. He wasn't trying to be anything but honest. Finally, in 1981, MCA Records took a chance on him. That first single, Unwound, hit the top 10, and the man who refused to compromise changed country music forever. Throughout the 80s and 90s, George became known for his understated style. No gimmicks, no costumes, just a man, his band, and timeless songs. While other artists jumped around on the stage, George stood there in his pressed Wranglers and cowboy hat, letting the music speak. He proved you didn't need smoke machines and choreography if you had great songs and genuine emotion.
I still feel 25 most of the time. I still raise a little cane with the boys. Honky tonks and pretty women, Lord, I'm still right there with them. singing above the crowd and the noise. Sometimes I feel like Jesse James, still trying to make a name. Nothing's gonna change who I am. I was a young troubadour when I rode in on a song. I'll be an old troubadour when I'm gone. Well, the truth about a mirror is that damned old mirror don't really tell the whole truth. It don't show what's deep inside or read between the lines. It's really no reflection of my youth. Sometimes I feel like Jesse James, still trying to make a name. Sometimes I feel like Jesse James, still trying to make a name. Nothing's gonna change who I am. I was a young troubadour when I rode in on a song. I'll be an old troubadour when I'm gone. I'll be an old troubadour when I'm gone.
That simplicity became iconic. His dance hall tours packed arenas coast to coast, bringing traditional country to millions who'd been hungry for the real thing. George always honored those who came before him, Hank Williams, Bob Wills, Merle Haggard. He saw himself as part of a continuum, not a revolutionary. He carried the torch of traditional country music through decades when it wasn't fashionable. Never wavering, never apologizing for his sound. That respect for tradition combined with impeccable song selection earned him the loyalty of generations of fans, from those who remembered honky-tonks and dance halls to young people discovering what real country music sounds like. Behind the scenes in the records, George remained remarkably grounded. Family always came first. He married his high school sweetheart Norma, and they built a life together away from the spotlight. As a father, George understood what mattered most, not the number ones or the awards, but the values you pass down and the love that never quits. He dealt with unimaginable tragedy when his daughter Jennifer died in a car accident in 1986. Yet he found the strength to continue, channeling his grief into his family and his music. That resilience, that ability to keep going when life knocks you down, and to cherish every moment with those you love, that's the measure of the man behind the music. Through it all, George never forgot where he came from or the simple joys that make life worth living. His songs celebrated everyday moments, a note passed in third grade, a dance at the local hall, the kind of love that starts young and lasts forever. That's what connected him to millions of fans. He sang about their lives, their memories, their hearts. No pretense, no complexity, just honest stories told beautifully. In 2014, George announced his final tour, The Cowboy Rides Away. After 3 decades at the top, he was going out on his own terms, just like he'd done everything else in his career. 61 number one singles, 33 platinum albums, more than 120 million records sold worldwide. But the numbers don't tell the whole story. George Strait's legacy is about integrity, authenticity, and proving that staying true to yourself never goes out of style.
My heart is sinking like the setting sun.